Salutare internetule mare și bun. Cu ăla rău nu vorbim aici, doar cu cei buni și cei mari. Nu, internetul e mare, noi suntem buni. În cele ce urmează, internetule, prietene, ți-am pregătit un episod care deschide seria dialogurilor și în limba lui Shakespeare, căci vor fi și din astea de-a lungul și de-a latul podcastului meu. Și asta pentru că voi încerca să nu ratez ocazia de a avea schimburi de idei cu artiști străini care îmi comunică ceva ce consider că trebuie și merită să dau mai departe. De mai multe ori inspirația vine în limba engleză în ultima vreme și am să o tratez ca atare, sunt convins că nu sunt singurul, cred că se și vede din postările mele și din modul în care comunic. M-am englezit destul de tare, nu știu dacă e un lucru bun sau un lucru rău, în orice caz consum multă cultură pop în limba engleză și nu numai cultură pop, de aceea consider că este normal ca la un moment dat să dau mai departe și ceea ce consum și ceea ce reușesc să fac în limba engleză. În afară de asta am să caut, pentru cei care nu stăpânesc foarte bine limba, să pun subtitrări pe YouTube atunci când o să am episoade în engleză, pentru ca lucrurile să fie cât mai bine înțelese de toată lumea, însă nu promit că se va întâmpla de la acest episod, însă o să vedeți pe parcurs, o să vedeți stickere și audio și vizuale pe fiecare episod care îți va servi porția de sunete alese în limba engleză. Despre acest episod din arhiva mea personală am să spun că este vorba despre un dialog cu Gemma Paintin. Gemma este ceea ce putem numi un performing artist, care împreună cu James Stenhouse creează spectacole de teatru concept, cu intruziuni din zona socială și pe scene atipice, în spații atipice, cu accent pe iconografia sau iconoclasmul lumii moderne și a culturii pop. De data asta, motivul pentru care cei doi au beneficiat de atenția presei europene și implicit și a mea este proiectul vast pe care l-au desfășurat de-a lungul lui 2018, așadar anul trecut, an în care au călătorit 35.000 de kilometri și au colecționat de la fața locului 688 de melodii de dragoste cântate de către oameni simpli ce au răspuns inițiativei celor doi englezi. Au călătorit cu o dubiță în care au improvizat un studio de înregistrări și de-a lungul a 33 de țări au colecționat muzică interpretată a capela despre iubire, despre dor, despre dorință, despre cum e să fii rănit, despre inima albastră așadar și despre iubirea de altfel, cea de țară și de patrie, pentru că de ce nu și ea este un fel de iubire. Ce este interesant este faptul că proiectul nu s-a transformat într-o colecție simplă, într-un playlist de muzică autentică cântată la fel de autentic. Nu, cei doi artiști au gândit că cel mai bine poți înțelege substanța acestor melodii dacă te deplasezi nu numai cu imaginația, dar și cu un mijloc de transport, să spunem, către anumite zone ale Europei, zone cu semnificație locală și nu numai, chiar internațională și istorică, unde muzica culeasă poate fi ascultată prin intermediul unei aplicații și a unui emițător postat în zonă. Nu există altfel de a accesa această colecție impresionantă și actuală pe care cei doi, într-un efort artistic cu iz antropologic, au reușit să o pună la punct. Trebuie să recunoști că este interesant modul în care au reușit să pună ei cap la cap acest proiect și să te și îndemne să cunoști Europa mergând la picior sau în ce fel alegi să te deplasezi și în egală măsură să te impregnezi odată ajuns în aceste zone care, în special să știți, sunt zone unele destul de greu accesibile, sunt zone care delimitează anumite spații. Proiectul Europa, așa se numește, o să-l spun și pe litere, Europa cu semnul exclamării, deci Europa, are o relevanță cu atât mai mare cu cât tocmai s-au finalizat alegerile europarlamentare, ocazie cu care vedem cum mai definesc europenii ideea de Europa din punct de vedere politic. Acum vorbim despre o cu totul altă inițiativă, da? Inițiativa celor doi britanici vine în contextul amalgamului de emoții stârnite de Brexit și din acest punct de vedere consider că are o și mai mare relevanță, punând accentul pe ceea ce ne leagă și ne apropie ca oameni, ceea ce ne definește când regăsim fundamentul nostru ca ființe umane, și anume iubirea. Am povestit cu Gemma anul trecut, în noiembrie 2018, în timp ce James se ocupa în dubiță de cei care acceptau provocarea de a cânta la microfon și am editat rapid cu segmente de melodii trimise de Gemma din mai multe părți ale lumii și în mai multe limbi. Trebuie să vă fac o confesiune, chiar eu personal, nefiind lipsit evident de un anumit tip de ego, am ascultat acest podcast al meu de câteva ori de-a lungul celor câteva luni de când am înregistrat interviul, pentru că este foarte interesant și pentru că melodiile ce sunt cuprinse în acest podcast, o să vedeți, sunt frumoase chiar dacă nu înțelegi cuvintele, esența este acolo și te face să te simți poliglot indiferent de ce limbă se vorbește. Pentru mine personal ăsta este un episod despre noi, despre Europa, despre iubire și despre ceea ce ne leagă indisolubil pe toți, indiferent de rasă, de etnie, de opinii politice sau culturale, etc. și anume despre ceea ce înseamnă să fii om, să iubești și să transferi emoția mai departe prin muzică, acest canal care transmite emoția și care ajută să fie receptată fără absolut niciun fel de filtru. Iar aici cred că înțelegi exact ceea ce spun. Pentru mai multe detalii caută Europa pe www.actionhero.org.uk, unde vei găsi secțiunea de projects și acolo vei vedea toate proiectele acestui cuplu, foarte interesante, marea majoritate. Așa că caută-i sau dă-i un random pe Google, o căutare îți va revela mulțimea de articole pe acest subiect din presa cu cele mai grele nume, vorbind de The Guardian, Independent și multe altele, și chiar vei vedea niște fragmente video și audio. Cum audio este și cel de față, așa că ce-ți recomand eu, fă o pauză de la agitația din jurul tău și imersează-te în povestea Gemmei, a lui James și a proiectului lor frumos. Imersează-te de fapt în povestea unei Europe în care nu vorbim de niciun fel de granițe, nu vorbim de politică, nu vorbim nici măcar de social, ci vorbim despre ceea ce ne face să ne trezim dimineața. Am și un postscriptum, avem și în România 2 locuri unde se poate cupla aplicația Europa cu emițătorul plantat în zonă. Vorbim despre rezervația naturală Lacul Văcărești din București, care, by the way, și mă bucur de lucrul ăsta, a fost ales la sugestia mea și te mai poți bucura de colecția aceasta impresionantă a sufletului european și lângă Sibiu, la Ciznădioara, unde la fel poți conecta aplicația la emițătorul care emite pe o zonă foarte restrânsă și unde te poți relaxa și poți pătrunde acest lucru minunat care este sentimentul transmis prin sunet. Îți urez audiție plăcută și stai pe aproape, avem un nou episod care va veni destul de curând și care se referă la un festival de muzică din România. Nu orice festival, vei vedea, nu spun mai multe, salutare și ne reauzim în curând.
My name is Gemma Paintin. I'm a British artist. I work with another person under the name Action Hero, and we're here in Bucharest with our project called Europa.
Europa. Okay, before we get into the subject of the project and the names, tell me a little bit about you and James, like a little bit of a background.
Yeah. So we've been working together since 2005, creating different artistic works, different performances, installation, works with sound and things like that. So we both trained as actors. We met at university, and then after a few years we started working together. So we create lots of different kinds of performances, and lots of different sorts of forms. We don't normally make performances for theatre space. I'm 37, and stuff we've done until now. So we've made, I'm not sure how many, 8 or 9 projects together, I think. We've toured that work to 5 continents, and I think we've performed in around 35 countries around the world with our work. So we've made lots of different kinds of work. For example, the first piece that we made was a performance that happens in a bar where we replay scenes from an imaginary Western. We made a piece recently, which is the piece is 6 hours long. The audience can come in and out whenever they like, and it's a performance to camera. So we perform to camera, and it takes the structure of an argument. So it starts out like boxers at a pre-fight weigh-in when they trash talk each other.
Okay.
So it begins like in this way. So the piece is about language and violence in language. And then, for example, another piece we made is a performance for one person at a time. The performance is only 12 minutes long, using sound and video, and it happens inside this wooden cabin. We made a couple of pieces for theatres, but that's not really our main interest.
So how do you make the passage from being an actor to create like more complex pieces of what you do?
Yeah, I suppose for me, I was always interested in making my own work. And I never really wanted to be an actor in other people's plays. It's just not so interesting for me. And so I guess for me it felt very natural that I would start to just create my own work, about things that I was interested in, and not feel restricted around form, thinking, okay, I have to make a play which is an hour long, and we're a man and a woman, so we have to have two characters, one is a man, one is a woman, about a situation which I would be in my everyday life. I sort of wanted to make something which is thinking about the world in a different way. So yeah, for me that's what's really interesting and exciting about making my own work, is that I can think of anything and then I can make it within reason.
Oh, that's great. Then tell me, how did you think about this project, and how did you come up with the name and all that?
So we were thinking for a long time that we wanted to make a project about Europe, a project that was thinking about Europe in some way, about the future of Europe, about the people who live in Europe, and how all of us, however many millions and millions, maybe even a billion, I don't know how many people live in Europe, how we all are so different, but we continue to share space together. How do we continue to do that? Because it seems like it's difficult somehow at the moment. And then we also wanted to make a piece where we could travel more slowly, because we've been mostly a touring company. So, which means that we're often taking our work to places. We fly there, I see the hotel, I see the theatre, I see the hotel, I see the airport, and then I leave. And of course it's wonderful to be able to travel for my work. That's a big privilege to be able to do that. But we wanted to make something where we could travel more slowly and meet more people, and feel like when we met people it was...
No, I can't really escape the thought that you're British and you're doing something about Europe, and Brexit comes to mind. Does it have anything? I mean, is it like a reaction, or?
I mean, in a way it is. We had the idea before Brexit, and we were working on it already before that. And then this idea of having a referendum around Brexit was just, there was just talk. It wasn't a real thing. And then when the referendum happened, then we decided, okay, we have to do this project now. We have to do it now, because it feels like if we want to say something about Europe or find out something about Europe through this project, then this is the time that we have to do it. So for me, in a way, it is a reaction against it. I mean, my personal opinion is I didn't vote to leave. I voted to stay. but that's not what's happening, and I just have to deal with that. So yeah, for me it's also a way of trying to have a different kind of conversation around Europe, but at home particularly the conversation around Europe and being in or out, or because even if we leave we're still European, we're still part of Europe, so
geographically,
yeah.
Although you're an island, it's we know historically.
Of course, and culturally and everything.
You are like a 2 hours flight away from Bucharest.
It's not. We're still in it, even when we're out. So a lot of the conversation around Europe is very difficult, and it's a lot of people shouting at each other.
How is the atmosphere? And this is the only question that regards, let's say, social political stuff, because I think it links to what I'm going to ask later. What is the atmosphere now? How are the people reacting after this in your close environment? I mean, your friends and everything.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know right now because we've been away for 6 months, but the feeling I get and before is that I think a lot of people are very upset on a kind of emotional level, because it feels like we're, as a country, we're in this...
You're breaking up.
We're in this separating, this feeling of separation and wanting to separate. And for me, I don't think that's... I don't believe in that as a way of living together. I think we should try to cooperate. Even if it's difficult, we should try to cooperate because we have to live together. And I think people are worried on a professional level about what does it mean for your work if you travel a lot. For me, I still don't know what it will mean. And then also politically, it feels... it just feels very difficult. Somehow there's a lot of... The conversation is about Europe, but I think the real meaning is about something else, so there's a lot of ugly conversations, a lot of ugly, unpleasant conversations. Some of them are necessary, but some of them are... The conversations are being poked by people.
And fueled by somebody.
Yes, they're fueled by things because, I don't know, lots of people want to have Britain only for white British people, which is... Britain hasn't been like that for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So it's a fake, it's a fictional idea, in my opinion, of what Britain is.
We had a referendum very recently.
Yes,
some days
I read
ago.
in the news.
And it also created a gap in the society, and it got really ugly in terms of in terms of talking to each other, in terms of exchanging ideas on some really important matters, but of course they were not important before politics said they were important.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now to link it back to your project, you are collecting love songs all over Europe, right? Why love songs? Why not any songs?
I think love songs because I guess part of this process is that we wanted to find a different way to talk about Europe, a different kind of conversation, which is less like a head conversation and more of a heart conversation, and also to find things that connect people so that we can, the process of recording a song and then asking other people to listen. I think one of the difficulties in the UK, but in Europe more generally, is I think we find it really difficult to listen to each other. So I think...
So it's an exercise of dialogue, actually.
Yes, yeah. For me it is the
intermediate.
Singing. Yeah, and maybe we use this. The medium is through singing love songs, and everybody knows a love song. Everybody knows a love song. And everybody has been in love, and so I think it's a very humanizing thing. And it's sentimental in some ways, but I also think it's also very true of if you hear somebody, if we're here in Romania and somebody puts on the headphones and they hear somebody singing a love song from Finland or a love song from Portugal or a love song from France or Hungary or whatever, even if you don't understand the language, you understand the sentiment, you understand the feeling. And so this is, for me, it's a way of finding connections between people. So instead of people in Europe feeling like, people who live over there are different to me, or I don't understand them, or actually I think it's good to find ways in which we connect rather than ways in which we separate.
Because look, I've been writing about music for 15 years now, and I was thinking, why did you choose music, and why didn't you choose, for example, letting people talk a bit about love in their way? Why did you choose music? You're an actor, maybe you're more closer to words than to music.
Yeah, I think that's true. I'm not a musician. I mean, I like to sing, but just in the same way as everybody sings in the shower or something. I think because it's more universal somehow, and I think if you ask somebody, so when we're there with the van, we have signs in the language of the country that we're in saying, do you know a love song? We're collecting love songs. And I think that is, as an invitation for somebody, is a much more open invitation rather than do you want to come in and tell us your opinion about Europe? Also, people are being asked for their political opinions all the time. And I don't know, I think asking for a love song is it's a different kind of offer, I suppose, and one that kind of connects a bit more with your humanity, I think, in some way.
You know, I have this theory that music is the only art that speaks directly to you without really needing to have any kind of technical information. If it's something good, even if in a difficult genre like jazz, for example, classical music for some, if it's good, it's going to touch you in a way, in some way. So it has no filters. Most of the music has no filters when it hits you. Do you agree with that? Maybe do you think that this is the most direct way to say something?
I think it's definitely the most universal. I mean, when I kind of consider the range of people who have been able to engage with this project and who have come in and sang a song for us, compared to the range of people who might have engaged with the other projects that we've done, it's so, the offer is very, oh look, I can see them outside the window, they're trying to get the policemen to come inside and sing the song. I really want them to.
That would be great.
Yeah, it would be really great.
Hopefully they're there only for that.
I think it does connect with people in a way, and you know that we have had, you know, the young.
Is it difficult to get people to sing?
Not as difficult as you would think. It's much easier than you think. When we first started out, we were thinking, maybe it will be quite difficult, and we'll be somewhere for a few hours, and maybe only one or two people will come and sing. But it's really not the case. I mean, it's not like thousands of people come, but it's much more common than you would imagine that you ask somebody, do you want to sing us a love song? Do you know a love song? And they immediately will engage in a conversation, because anybody can talk about that subject with authority.
Did you find any differences in getting people to sing easily or not so easily among countries? What comes into your mind now? I mean, like as in matter of differences.
Definitely. I mean, I think for sure in Southern Europe, people feel, they appear to me to be more willing to sing, or perhaps it's just easier to convince people. I mean, we never really try to convince people, but...
Meus senhores, rapariga esta, toda noite me namorava. Eu queria falar com ela, o pai quis, a mãe não deixava. O pai quis, a mãe não deixava. O pai quis, a mãe não deixou. Meus senhores, rapariga esta, toda noite me namorou. Debaixo da azinheira não chove nem faz orvalho. Menina que há de ser minha, ai não me des tanto trabalho. Meus senhores, rapariga esta, toda noite me namorava. Eu queria falar com ela, o pai quis, a mãe não deixava. O pai quis, a mãe não deixava. O pai quis, a mãe não deixou. Meus senhores, rapariga esta, toda noite me namorou. Da pera dá-me um bocado, da maçã pedacinho, da laranja dá-me um gomo, ai da tua boca beijinho. Meus senhores, rapariga esta, toda noite me namorava. Eu queria falar com ela, o pai quis, a mãe não deixava. O pai quis, a mãe não deixava. O pai quis, a mãe não deixou. Meus senhores, rapariga esta, toda noite me namorou.
Whereas in Northern Europe, perhaps people are slightly more reserved in their character, so I think that reflects in that not as many people would come to sing, because there's in the UK, but for example we were also recording in Belgium and Finland. I think some of those places there's an anxiety around your voice, and an anxiety around not having a good, what people might think is a good voice. And if you don't have a good voice, then I won't sing.
Minun kultani kaunis on, vaikkon kaitaluinen. Minun kultani kaunis on, vaikkon kaitaluinen. Hei luulia illalla, vaikkon kaitaluinen. Hei luulia illalla, vaikkon kaitaluinen. Silmät silloin siniset, vaikka kieronlaiset. Silmät silloin siniset, vaikka kieronlaiset. Hei luulia illalla, vaikkon kieronlaiset. Hei luulia illalla, vaikkon kieronlaiset. Minun kultani kaunis on, vaikkon kaitaluinen. Minun kultani kaunis on, vaikkon kaitaluinen. Hei luulia illalla, vaikkon kaitaluinen. Hei luulia illalla, vaikkon kaitaluinen. Silmät silloin siniset, vaikka kieronlaiset. Silmät silloin siniset, vaikka kieronlaiset. Hei luulia illalla, vaikkon kieronlaiset. Hei luulia illalla, vaikkon kieronlaiset. Kun minä vien sen markkinoille, niin hevosetkin nauraa. Kun minä vien sen markkinoille, niin hevosetkin nauraa. Hei luulia illalla, hevosetkin nauraa. Hei luulia illalla, hevosetkin nauraa.
Whereas in other places, perhaps this concept doesn't really even exist of having a good voice. Being good or bad at singing is not really an idea which is, which has currency. It's just in the same way as being good or bad at brushing your teeth or good or bad at breathing. It's just a thing that you do. And so if in countries where they have a strong culture around song and singing, then there's less anxiety around singing, because I think
this happens more in the south because they express more. They're more solar.
Yeah.
And, I know also in the Balkans it should be the same. I'm not sure if you had this experience, but I think people are more open to express their feelings through music.
Yeah.
Because they've been oppressed so much, especially the ex-communists. So now we're seeing a lot of these shows, these TV shows with the voice of Romania, or Romania's Got Talent. A lot of talents, a lot of people coming, even if they don't really have like a good voice, they still want to come there. So I think also there's something about creating a space where anybody can be heard. So we were recording songs in Greece in August, and so many people came, so many. It was the most songs we ever recorded was in Greece. And the woman who we were working with there from the cultural organisation said her interpretation was that because Greece is in such a difficult situation, if you make a space where people can be heard, and forget about something.
Yeah, then they want to come because they want to have their voice heard, even if it's in this, you know, and we're there and anybody can come, anybody can sing a song, and I'll listen, you know, for those few minutes, 5 minutes, I'll listen to them.
Στην αγκαλιά μου κι απόψε σαν άστρο κοιμήσου, δεν απομένει στον κόσμο ελπίδα καμιά. Τώρα που η νύχτα κεντά με φιλιά το κορμί σου, μέτρα τον πόνο κι άσε με μόνο στην ερημιά. Αν θυμηθείς το όνειρό μου, σε περιμένω να'ρθείς, με ένα τραγούδι του δρόμου να'ρθείς όνειρό μου. Το καλοκαίρι που λάμπει τ' αστέρι, με φως να ντυθείς, με φως να ντυθείς.
Do you have any let's say favorite moments that you can come to your mind, like at this moment from around the countries that you've been?
I mean, there's been loads. I guess like the difference in when the variety. So, for example, we were recording in Finland 2 weeks ago, and we were in a market square, and an old lady came past. She was nearly 90, I think, doing her shopping in the market, and we always have 2 stewards from the local area so they can speak the language and stuff and help us with translation. And they were saying, "Oh, do you want to sing a love song?" And she came inside, and she was just talking, and the person was translating, and he was saying that she used to live. She's from an area called Karelia, which is now part of Russia, but it used to be in Finland. And during the war, when this territory was lost from Finland and came to Russia, she had to come to where she lives now, inside what is now Finland. And she sang this song, I can't remember the name of the song, but it's a song about Finland and about loving Finland. And apparently the kind of the sort of tradition around this song is that if you're a Finnish person, when you step foot back on Finnish soil, you sing this song. Mm-hmm. So it was amazing to kind of like talk to her about her experience of moving between these different countries, and because what we do with the love songs is we broadcast them on these border places. So she's kind of like a living embodiment of this thing, of the place where she used to live is no longer the country that she was born into. So, you know, it was so interesting to meet her.
Kotimaani ompi Suomi, Suomi armas synnyinmaa. Siellä valkoilat Suomi, ahon laitat mustaa. Siellä valkoilat Suomi, ahon laitat reunustaa. Siellä myöskin ensi kerran lempi syttyi sydämiin. Liekkö ollutta to Herran, kun se päätyi kyyneliin. Liekkö ollutta to Herran, kun se päätyi kyyneliin. Siellä myöskin ensi kerran lempi syttyi sydämiin. Liekkö ollutta to Herran, kun se päätyi kyyneliin. Liekkö ollutta to Herran, kun se päätyi kyyneliin. Siellä myöskin ensi kerran lempi syttyi sydämiin. Siellä äiti hymyhuuliin tuuditti mua kennossaan. Siellä äiti hymyhuulin tuuditti mua kennossaan. Nonni.
So people actually are not only singing about love for another person; they're singing for love,
for a place.
For a place. So the concept is actually pretty large if we think about it, right?
Yeah. We had quite a lot of of songs like that about love. We had a Swedish one about love for the trees and the mountains of a particular region in Sweden. So that kind of thing. So I think, it's quite common.
Kristallen den fina som solen, den skina som stjärnorna blänka i sken. Där kommer en flicka från bygden, den fina, en flicka från denna här byn. Min vän och älgskogsblomma, ack om vi kunde tillsammans komma, och jag vore vännen din, och du allra kärestan min. Du ädla ros och förgillande skrin. Och om jag än for till världens ände, så kommer mitt hjärta till dig. Och om jag än for till världens ände, så längtar mitt hjärta till dig. Till dig min vän och älgskogsblomma, ack om jag kunde tillsammans komma, och jag vore vännen din, och du allra kärestan min. Du ädla ros och förgyllande skrin.
We were recording in Hungary in July, and in a tiny village. There's a music festival which happens in these tiny villages in the south of Hungary. So we were in the village, like parked outside the church, because that's where everybody goes. And there's a lot of choirs there, of groups of small choirs of widowed women, older widowed women. And we recorded a bunch of them. They would come and sing for us. And a lot of the songs that they would sing were from the village, a song about a village with 500 people in it. So there's something for me super interesting about how local and specific some of those songs are.
Kis harsányba két úton kell bemenni, de szeretnék a rózsámmal beszélni. Télen-nyáron virágos az ablaka, jaj, de sokat áztam, fáztam alatta. Édesanyám, eresszen el a bálba, kötény nélkül a rózsaszín ruhámba. Gyászín nékem a rózsaszín ruhám is, árva vagyok, elhagyott a babám is. Kék a kökény, ha megérik fekete, én utánam barna legény ne gyere. Kár volna még engemet félhez adni, rózsa helyett bimbót leszakajtani. Kár volna még engemet félhez adni, rózsa helyett bimbót leszakajtani.
Or songs that are sung in a local dialect, or, so the range from that to someone singing, the Beatles or Madonna or something like that, yeah.
Is it true what I'm thinking right now, that the younger generation is, when you're talking about love songs, they are only thinking about love for another person? Do you have like young people singing songs of love of something else than a human being, or?
A couple, actually, yeah. When we started, my expectation was that most of the songs that we recorded would be, I thought we would have a lot of American, like global pop songs.
Yeah.
But actually not at all. I would say only less than 10% of the songs are in English.
Really?
And most people want to sing in their mother tongue, I think.
Which I think is great for the project.
Yeah, for me it's really, it's super interesting. And I think when people find out what the project is about, and that we've been collecting love songs from all over Europe, and would they like to add their voice, then they think, okay, I want to sing a song which somehow represents me or represents where I'm from, or and so most people sing in their native language.
How many songs did you?
We've got over 600 now. Yeah.
Is this the last leg of the project, of the tour?
Yes, we go home next weekend, and then next Saturday, and then we come off the boat and we go to our hometown, and we go straight to do recordings in our hometown for the evening.
All right.
And then we have a break.
We have a break. How was this trip? Let's just get back a little bit and tell me, how do you use it? So you said that you have like broadcast places. Tell me a little bit how it works.
Yeah, so how it works is that the love songs are playing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, forever, on this radio station. But the radio station is only in these certain special locations across Europe. At the moment there's 40, I think, places. All of these places are a border or an edge, or where one thing meets another. So places of separation, but also of convergence. So as James and I have been traveling, we've gone to these special places, and we kind of activate this place where the love songs will play. So if you want to listen to the love songs, you have to go to these border places in person. And the way that you listen is, we made an app for your phone. It's free to download for Android and Apple. And the app will tell you the distance to the closest place. And then when you arrive there, it will tune in to the radio broadcast, and you can listen for as long as you like. So that's how it works.
For me, in this moment, I understand the concept, which is really great, because people at the borders have a way of connecting through music. But at the same time, it's limiting because I cannot hear. If I don't go, where do you have in Romania?
There's one near Sibiu, on an old fortified church.
Yes, I've seen it. I've seen it on the map.
And we want to put one in Bucharest, but we need to find a place. So if anybody knows a good location in Bucharest, so that's how you hear them. Or when we're making recordings, you can. There's some headphones on the front of the van. You can listen there. And then we made 3 or 4 short podcasts where we select a couple of the songs with a theme and talk about them and share them. So it's true that it's not, you can't just go on our website and click through them. Which for me, because for me, the way in which people listen is important. So I think that if we just made a playlist of all 600 songs, the first thing people would do is they would find their own song.
Probably.
And I think there's also a type of interaction around being on the internet and just clicking. I think it's a different way of listening, rather than the commitment needed to go to a place, find it, and sit and listen outside in the open. So for me, it's really important that the love songs play in those locations. And also it means that the idea of the project functions on a conceptual level much better. I think if we were saying, I'm collecting all these love songs, then I'm just going to put them on my website, the idea of the project isn't as good. So I know that most people who engage with the project won't go to one of these places to hear the songs. But for me, the idea that they sing a song and it broadcasts on these border places, the idea is as important. And So if we put the songs just anywhere, then the idea doesn't work, and then the project it collapses for me on a kind of conceptual level. Yeah.
At the end of this project, when you go home and you record the voices from Bristol, is there going to be like a show displaying all this? Or?
Yeah, so next year we'll make an exhibition so every time we go to one of these places to activate the broadcast, we take video, and all the spaces are really interesting. So we'll make an exhibition with these videos matched with the song, and with the van, so you can kind of hear the songs and see the video. And we're also going to make a performance. I think our idea at the moment is that we're going to make a performance where we play all of the songs in their full length, like a kind of live radio broadcast, I guess, and the audience can come in and out. So it probably the performance will be very long, like 12 hours or something, because we have so far around 8 hours of songs. So I think we were originally thinking about making a performance where we would just select some of the songs and talk about them, but the longer the project went on, the more it felt like it's impossible to select. We can't select, because then we're saying this song is better than this song.
It's not what it's about.
Exactly, it's about all of the songs. And so for me, it's really interesting to think about a performance which is, again, facilitating this process of listening, a kind of deep listening. So our idea is, can we make a performance which allows the audience to listen in a very deep way? So I think it will be a long performance. But yeah, and we'll perform that in the end of April next year at home in Leeds, which is in the north.
All right. Now at the end, can I ask you about telling me about the going on tour? I mean, the part of traveling 6 months. How was it?
It was good.
I mean, wasn't it hard as well?
No, not really.
I mean, living off a van for 6 months or something.
No, it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. I mean, we travel a lot anyway, so it was nice to just move a bit more slowly. And
did you really plan it from the beginning? Meaning, like, every move, every step, every day, every
I mean, not
route?
In so much detail. We knew that there were certain places we had to be, so we think, okay, in 6 weeks I have to be here. So then I have some flexibility around how I get there. And we knew, for example, we went all the way to the top of Norway, to the most northerly point of mainland Europe. So there's not many months in the year where you can go there because of snow. So then it's like, okay, well, I have to go there at that time, and then I have to be in Greece on this date, and then I have to be in Bucharest on this date, and France on this date. So then the route kind of makes itself. Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't. Because I think people think, okay, the idea is great. Maybe the traveling might be, from time to time, a little tiring, a little, not having all the comforts and everything. But it didn't bother you at all.
Not really. I mean, the first week was quite cold. We left in April. And we were in England for a bit, and then we went to Spain. We got the boat to Spain. The first week was quite cold, much colder than now, and that was a bit difficult. But I think after a week you just find the rhythm, and the weather has been really good, so actually you're just outside a lot, and you get used to, we drive nearly every day, so you get used to driving. So after a while, to drive for 4 hours feels like nothing,
All right. Did you have? And I saw that in Romania you have like the support of the British Council. Did you have it like in other countries? Did you get support from some?
Yeah, we did. Not from British Council, just for this work in Romania, and then in other countries we had support from either the festivals that we were visiting or venues where we were stopping, so we kind of had support from different places and a couple of small grants from different organizations and things like that. So we kind of a little bit from everywhere to put into the project.
Okay, 2 more questions, short ones. First of all, where the listeners can find your work, what places on the internet?
So they can find us on Europa.com, which is the project website, and the website for our company, which is actionhero.org.uk, and they can find us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter.
Action Hero.
Yeah, that's the name of our collaboration. So we make work under this name.
Because it's a little bit, when I'm thinking about Action Hero, I'm not thinking about this kind of project. It's a little bit sending me in different places. Why did you choose this name?
I mean, it was a long time ago. It was kind of one of those funny things where we were making a piece and then we were going to present it somewhere and somebody said, "What's the name of your company?"
We had to make it on the spot.
There's not really a glamorous story behind it.
It's like the interview I was talking about with this group, which is Go Go Penguin. I said, "What is this name?" And they had to improvise on the spot, and that was it. I would like to finish this interview with a request, because probably, as the many people that you're inviting in, you have also like a small fragment of some love songs that you want to sing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I can sing one for you.
Yeah.
I'm not really a singer, but I like to sing. Okay. So I did sing a song for the project, which is on the recording. So so I'll sing this song. So this song is called "Dream a Little Dream of Me." Stars shining bright above you, night breezes seem to whisper I love you, birds singing in the sycamore tree, dream a little dream of me.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And I can't wait to listen to the songs when you will broadcast them here in Bucharest.
Yeah. And if you want to come and listen to